15 months after taking office, and the mayor of Seattle has a plan to tackle the drug and crime crisis downtown. Pickleball. Welcome to the Jason Rantz Show, presented by Nunn Better Tax Resolution. Downtown Seattle has been ravaged by drug-fueled homelessness and violent crime. The years of neglect have turned downtown into a blight, and it's spread. From Ballard and Pioneer Square to Lake City and Capitol Hill, drug-addicted homeless have taken over. Shootings and theft is hitting almost every inch of the city, and much of it could have been prevented. It's the result of one-party rule. And when that one party represents fringe Democrat and socialist views, we can't really be surprised by what Seattle has become. But sit tight. Now we have a plan. Seattle Mayor Bruce Harrell finally unveiled his plan to immediately revitalize downtown Seattle from its crime crisis. And even though it's been 15 months, we're told he's hitting this issue with urgency.
And so as mayor, I have a sense of urgency that I don't know what other people feel. I don't compare myself in that sense. I just know that this is real work, that I'm put in this position for a reason, and one of those reasons to address this crisis. And it doesn't start with me pointing the finger at anyone failing in their job. I'm in this together. These numbers are staggering of what's coming into our city.
A lot of people have died while he's urgently planned to unveil this plan. And this plan, by the way, should have been kept to himself. Harrell pitches an overdose response unit. It's supposed to offer, quote unquote, overdose survivors services or referrals for support. We already do that. And the problem has only gotten worse while we've done that. The idea itself could work if we didn't legalize drugs or offer near endless chances for criminal addicts to stay out of jail. Now, the mayor will also adopt the Seattle City Council's contingency management recommendation. That's effectively bribing addicts not to continue to use. The city's own report acknowledges that studies show little long-term benefit to the user beyond 6 months. And in particular, it doesn't work for serious addicts, which are the very people causing the problems downtown. And by the way, after defunding and demonizing the police, suddenly they'll be allowed to do their jobs, sorta.
I'm directing the Seattle Police Department to prioritize efforts to disrupt the distribution and sale of narcotics in concert with other law enforcement partners.
Emphasis patrols certainly work, but only when you have the available staffing. At just 896 deployable officers as of the end of March, the SPD doesn't have enough officers to prioritize anything without sacrifice. You see, the city will either have to lean even more on overtime, which is not sustainable, or pull patrols from other parts of the city, which of course isn't fair when your neighborhood needs policing. And while he doesn't arrest the criminal addicts who are keeping people away from downtown, Mayor Harrell's team thinks that this will bring people back downtown.
So as part of activating our public spaces, I'm excited to announce that we're going to be reopening City Hall Park on June 15th with new programming, safety, lighting enhancements, security, and activities designed to draw people into the park, including movie days, jumbo chessboard, concerts, food trucks, and more. So that's going to be really exciting.
Put down the fentanyl and stolen Jameson Irish whiskey and pick up a pickleball racket. Harrell seems to think establishing pickleball competitions is going to revitalize downtown. Oh, and food trucks, because nothing is more appetizing than enjoying a gyro next to a homeless dude who's using the sidewalk as a toilet. We've already opened up the park. We've already brought in ping pong tables. We tried to get food trucks down there. It's all failed. If this plan came early in Harrell's tenure, it would be easy to dismiss this plan as, look, it's a good faith attempt to do something while we try to figure out the bigger issues, as he gets a better understanding of what can actually work long term. But there's no excuse for what he's pretending is some sort of innovative plan. It will be minimal at best. And rather than implement a plan that will make a difference, like, enforcing the law against all those lawbreakers, maybe pushing people into shelter that they currently refuse, he'll use these underwhelming strategies to justify not coming up with anything new. I think we deserve better. Jason Rantz here with Greg Nunn, your local tax expert and advocate. Greg, thank you so much for coming on.
Hey, Jason, great to be with you again and talk about these tax issues.
Okay, so why should anyone in trouble with the IRS contact you immediately?
The sooner the better, because it's so much easier to deal with an IRS situation at the beginning than when you're getting toward the end and they're getting very aggressive. And at the same time, it takes that pressure off of you sooner and gives you that peace of mind that, hey, no more fear of going to the mailbox because I'm here helping you.
So by connecting with you, can you assure people that they won't have the IRS on their doorstep or calling them nonstop?
When you have representation, you definitely do not want to talk to the IRS ever, and you don't have to. You are protected by statute, by law, that when you have representation, they have to deal with your representative. And I am acting in your best interest when I'm dealing with the IRS, and I tell you, you don't want to talk to them, it'll just stress you out.
Greg, thank you so much. That was really, really helpful.
Hey, it's my pleasure, and I just really hope that what I've said helps some people that are in tax difficulty.
If you're having trouble with the IRS, then call Greg Nunn. Greg might be able to negotiate a settlement for up to 85% off the original amount owed, including penalties and interest. Call Greg Nunn today. Did you like this video? We have a whole lot more over at ktth.com.